We are finishing the We are, Steve.
We're finishing up this side of the insulation so that it's warm, or a little bit warmer.
Woohoo! This is the last side to insulate with the 3 inches of blue board.
Yep.
And we're so close. We have this north side all insulated. This is like the... we just have to finish the tape. Maples here. We just laid out this plastic to try to catch some of the dust when cutting. It's starting to get cold here. How cold is it getting?
Like, not that bad yet. Inside the house, it's been 54 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not that bad, but it's starting to get
not
chilly.
Get any warmer.
So it's exciting. We have one side of the roof done, but the roof is insulated. See, our roof's up on this side. So after we finish insulating, we're gonna set up the staging on the other side so we can do the other side of the roof. And then, you need help? Then we're gonna set up the wood stove, which we got the pipe all priced out, and we know what we're getting. We're just gonna move up our little yaddle wood stove from the cabin for now. It's small. It might be too small for this. Do you think it's gonna be too small for the space?
Yeah.
But we'll have heat. And I'll walk over to our wood pile. Yeah, we're using what we have for now because the one we want to get is an investment. So this is our wood. Yeah, May. All the sawmill from the sawmill slabs from milling. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. We got a good amount. So we're ready. It's starting to get cold. There's the roof. On sunny days, the roof looks browner, and then on cloudier days, it looks kind of like grayer. It looks pretty with the fall leaves. It's fall. I'm gonna go down to the chicken coop and show something cute. Even though it's not house related, it's homestead. There's Mamie. So exciting, we're gonna get warm. We've just been like bundling up with a bunch of sweaters and wool blankets and down comforters, and so we're getting chilly, but it's not too bad. The next step. This was kind of stressful for us for a little bit just because it was getting cold and Steve was working, but we're doing it. Look at that house. Okay, so I'm walking down to the coop with Mamie. All the pretty fall colors. The hazelnuts grew a ton this year. Oh, shaky. So pretty. These are the American hazelnut bushes. We have 10 of them down this whole row. You can see they're getting huge. Our raspberries. This was a really wet spot for the raspberries, so they they didn't do well. We plan on moving these. We have a line of currant bushes. Most of these were propagated. I think almost all of them were from just little propagation, little sticks that we propagated from a friend's plant. And look at, just in like a few years, it's it's like 5 feet. There's May. Our Asian pear tree down there had 3 Asian pears on it this year, which was really great. Oh, there's so many things to show. Our grapes, this is the first year we got grapes. They're really yummy. They have seeds, but they're Concord grapes. So the garden this year was kind of like jungly, overgrown, but we had volunteer tomatoes. A ton of these volunteer yellow pear tomatoes that are really yummy. Some cabbages, potatoes. We had garlic in this bed, dahlias, and calendula. But the gardens kind of did their own thing this year, kind of. Lots of weeds. We have onions. Steve called these something, I forget, in our soup video. Red wing. So, onions. We've eaten a ton of the carrots. Our favorite were, oh, I wish I could remember. We grew these red ones, and you can see how huge they are. They're like as huge as, like as big as a beet. And which maybe I'll pull one up. They're really hard to pull up. Okay, this is it. So we're getting ready to pull out our carrots and put them in our root cellar. So look at this carrot. We've been eating like a ton of carrots. They're really fun to spiralize with like a spiralizer. These big ones. The carrots make really good like noodles. Let me see. These ones are like kind of mutated. It's always fun getting those kind of carrots, but here I'll pull out maybe this one. Okay, get ready for this one. There's another carrot we grew. These ones are the yummiest ones. They just taste, the carrots taste so good when you put them, like fall carrots. Fall carrots are a lot yummier than, like earlier carrots, in my opinion. Just like the cold weather makes them sweeter and less like soapy. We have a little bit of fennel. See? Fennel. Last night for dinner we harvested our potatoes, cut up some fennel and some carrots, and did like a veggie mash. So it's like kind of like mashed potatoes, but it had carrots and fennel in it, and it was really good. So that's, we're always getting creative of how to use our like veggies. We had a ton of Swiss chard here, but something came and ate it, a deer or something. We have cabbages. They're kind of holey on the outside, but they're great on the inside. So these big cabbages. We grew a lot of good grass in here. Witch grass. Yeah, see this giant cabbage. So we have to go through and pick these and bring them to our root cellar. So onions, carrots, Swiss chard, fennel, beets. Here, I'll pick one for fun. Beets. I'd say last year was a better beet year for us. We had like kind of like our carrots, we had like gigantic beets. Got my veggies. Yeah, we've been like throwing these veggies in everything we eat, pretty much. And we've been like sauteing them and eating them with like taco shells and putting them, you know, having noodles and soup, and it's great. So this is the garden. Lots of weeds this year. It's partially my fault. Let's go over to this. This is our first garden. So when we first came here, we had this little garden over here. We have these water catchment tanks that need to be reset up. There's some like things around the homestead that kind of just like got pushed to the side because of the house this year. But this is our little garden. This is our first garden, so it's turning into like a perennial, but it's really like really wild this year. So we have blueberries, peaches, like echinacea, motherwort, lemon balm, lots of perennials. This is a hardy kiwi. I think, oh, here. I will just show all the things today. So this is actually a hybrid hardy kiwi. Usually you need a male and female plant to have the berries. And this one is a male-female plant, or doesn't need a partner. These ones are really small. You can kind of see we have kiwis growing up the porch of the house down here, and we actually got berries from that plant, and they're much bigger, but you ate them all. Okay, this is a chicken run. So we have 2 baby chicks. That were surprises. They're scared of me. Yep. One of them's getting big. And there's the other little guy. He's only like, maybe like a week old. But in the chicken run we have a huge elderberry. And we have an apple or a pear. It's hard to see. And then we have 2 cherry trees. It's hard to see because the leaves are falling. Yeah, that's like our little garden down here. So the gardens this year kind of were, we kind of forgot about them this year. But maybe next year. And a lot of them are perennial gardens, so just let them do their own thing. I'm gonna go back up and help Steve. Back up to the house. Our house is infested with ladybugs. They're crazier on the other side, but I'm gonna help now. All
right.
We finished insulating. Steve. And it's 60.5 degrees in here.
It's going up too.
Yeah. And I'm cooking the carrot that I picked. We spiralized it. Here we're making noodles. And Steve found some blue dolphin oyster mushrooms in the mushroom yard, and we sauteed those up. And what, Steve?
I don't know. It's a good one.
It was a good day today. Making yummy food. We're a little bit warmer.
Tomorrow we're gonna try and hook up some of the pipe for the chimney.
Yeah, we're gonna go buy the chimney pipe and try setting that up. But it's 60. Feels good. I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, I can get used to this.
I know. And Finn's drawing sea creatures and birds.